Hello class, it's Miss Roberts here, and today we're going to review the requirements for the narrative speech. Now, good news, this is the last speech for the semester. You guys have been doing a wonderful job. Let me go ahead and show you the requirements, some of the differences between this assignment and the last assignments, and let's end on an awesome note. Let's begin. All right, so here is our narrative speech page. And notice there is no outline submission required. Woohoo. So pretty much we do have an outline just so you can have an idea of how to structure the narrative speech. But pretty much you have 2 to 4 minutes to talk about a life lesson that you've learned, and then you have several options for submissions like we always do. So let's go over the outline, the format, I should say, and then talk about submission. Now, for this speech, we are focusing on our narrative skills and we are telling a story about a life lesson. And it can take any tone that you like. It can be funny, sad, happy, silly. You just have to have an experience, explain that experience, and talk about the lesson that you gained from said experience. All right. So you have our introduction. So this organizational structure should be familiar. Introduction, body, conclusion. Now here we have the attention getters. You can do some of the things that we've always done: question, fact, stat, quote, which have you. And then we have the background story. So sometimes to understand a narrative, you have to have some background information. So say for instance, we have the story, but we need to understand a couple of details to make the story make sense. You can go ahead and do that as well. Now, the thesis or central idea for this speech is optional. So sometimes for stories, especially if they're suspenseful, they want to carry that tone until the very end. So you can just say at the very beginning what your life lesson was, or you can just wait until later on. The body section is, of course, the beginning, middle, and end of said story. But at least here you have to think about how to structure the details and events, put in chronological order, all those details. And finally, the closing. So the closing is where you either restate or straight up tell us what is your life lesson, what did you learn, and what is the takeaway from your story. So this is the shortest speech we'll ever do. So the speech is 2 to 4 minutes. Make sure to do what we've always been doing. Making sure to reduce our ums, making sure to look at the camera, make sure to have good lighting, making sure that we're heard. All those great things. And I can't wait to hear the end of your speeches and hear your stories. Now have it on student view because sometimes we might want to submit a YouTube video. That's fine. As long as I can access it and see it, that's cool. Because if I can't access it, I can't grade it. So I'll be telling you, hey, can I access the video? You can also do media upload. So I can't 100% demonstrate right now because I'm using the screencasting software to film this video. But you can record the media, excuse me, you can record the media in real time and or upload the media. So I guess the MP4 files or the MOV files, and that should be good. You can also upload it as well. Okay. So pretty much that is it. Just make sure to take one story. It can't be like a fairy tale or something like that. Sometimes students would do that, and I'm like, no, it has to be a life lesson. It can also be maybe experience that you've learned from someone else, but then what are your takeaways or your connections with the story? That could be acceptable too. But yeah, but I want to say thank you so much for joining the class this semester. I really appreciate you and I really appreciate seeing your growth as public speakers. Of course, if you have any questions, let me know and enjoy the rest of your semester and your break. All right, take care. Bye, everyone.